Hi everyone, welcome to our blog for this week, and as part of our week that's all focused on the world of work in all its different forms. And I'm really happy to be here today with the co-founders of Weareradikl. And I was speaking to Sarah last week, just in time for this week that we're focusing on. And this is Sarah and her co-founder, Claire, have both been really focusing on empowering women to grow businesses. So thank you, ladies. It's so good to talk to you both. I know Sarah and I have been connected for years now since I set up Beyond the School Run, and we've only just managed to, well, the time has been right for us to connect.
I know. I read your book and just thought, this is a woman I need to be connected with. So we did that on LinkedIn, and then I think, like we said the other day, and Claire and I are real believers in this. You collect people on the way, and then you have the conversation when the time's right. So
yeah, I absolutely agree, and I feel like the time is right, and you guys got so much to share, because I know that we talked about what you're doing. So I'd love to hear sort of kind of generally an overview of what Weareradikl is all about, because this really is for all of those women out there who have seed ideas for a business, or somewhere down the line for a business. And I think it's so important that we as women have the support out there, and to continue those steps moving forward. So Sarah and Claire, what could you give us a brief overview and then some top tips for our community who are maybe sitting there with an idea, or have already started the seed of an idea, which I remember very clearly when I was with Beyond the School Run. I just needed people just to help me keep going. So could you introduce and then share a few of your suggestions, please?
Sure. Claire, do you want to dive in with who we are?
Yeah, absolutely. So we, between us, have got 14 years of entrepreneurial experience plus corporate roles. And so I think what we like about Weareradikl, and I think why the fusion works so nicely, is we've got the experience of both sides. So we understand what big corporate world looks like. We understand what a nice salary and pension and the safety net that all of that offers looks like. Plus, we've also thrown ourselves into the entrepreneurial world. So we equally understand what it means to lose sleep over thinking about how you're going to grow your business, how you're going to market it, how you put it out there, what it means to you, how you stay true to your values. So we've got the whole kind of kit and caboodle in terms of seeing both sides.
And if there are some mums, which there will be, watching this, who have ideas and are going, they're short on time, they are, we're all in this unusual situation, what would you be sharing with them right now? Snippets of bits of things, and how can Weareradikl support them now and beyond?
So we've got a couple of different tips that we can share. The first one is, we know that women often over prepare and delay their leap into entrepreneurship. So the first thing we'd say is, you're probably more ready than you think you are. Yeah. So if you've been playing around with an idea for a little while, recognize all of that thought and all that experience that you bring to that idea, and know that the chances are you are way closer to being ready to set up your business than you think you are. And one of the ways that you can fuel that sense of belief is to have a community of people around you that support you, that can share know-how, that kind of pick you up when you're feeling a bit down. And whether that's our community, our online community, or your own community that you build, to be honest, that doesn't really matter. The important thing is that you find the people that can really just give you that encouragement and that support to get your idea over the line.
I think it's so important, and that remembering is, I remember when I set up Beyond the School Run, I literally just sort of started sharing it on Facebook, and I don't really remember Instagram particularly well back then, but to share, and I was suggesting this to someone the other day, is just to start sharing what you're thinking, just to start gathering that following and momentum, and that starts to build. And with that, I find it a bit like brick by brick, you're sort of building and your ideas evolving. It's not like, I don't think it's fully formed. You often have, I found I had a vision and then this starting point. So that's brilliant. So actually just start, and to sort of almost fill your head with this sort of positivity, and the feeling it feels when you're taking those steps is great. That's the thing.
We have a bit of a mantra at Weareradikl, which is think big, start small, but do start. So have the big vision, but you know that big vision will come to fruition over lots and lots and lots of tiny little steps, but you just keep taking the steps.
Yeah, I absolutely. I talk about steps all the time, and you know, even if you're having a day and you can't quite go and go, that one step, maybe contacting a journalist, or you know, doing one. It's amazing that power in those steps, and you know, especially as mothers, when your windows of time are so sporadic, but also potentially very small. All each of those steps not only will add up, but will make you feel good during that day. It's so important. I'm kind of remembering a lot of that now in this environment yet again. Any more tips, ladies, for those women out there who I think are just, and we need those women out there. We need them out there sharing their brilliant ideas, their, you know, their wisdom, and you know, these, and often some of these ideas can be ahead of the game. So people can be exploring things that they don't even know yet, which I've been talking about a lot this week. Is the kind of future of work. So we can't even define what that is. So taking those steps almost is aligned, which I said to Sarah when we had our call, is aligned with the way the world is growing and changing. So their purpose and passion may be very unclear. And people often say to me, so what exactly do you do? And sometimes I'm like, well, define it to some degree. So any other tips, ladies, please?
Yeah.
Or any other thoughts about, yes,
Yeah.
any tips, and then a kind of overview of what you're offering?
We're hesitating. We're so used to doing webinars when we're sat next to each other and we could take
yeah, it's slightly different.
You gonna go? Am I gonna go?
A collective voice.
Exactly. I think one of the key things is to just get really clear on why you want to start your own business, and to be really, really honest with yourself about what those reasons are, both in terms of like your own personal reasons for wanting to do it, but also your why in terms of the impact that you want to have. And the reason it's really important to get clear on that is that sense of why can really help to fuel you through the highs and the lows of starting your own business. Because the truth is, it is a roller coaster.
Yeah.
There are days where you think, why the hell did I think I could build a business? Why am I doing this? This is a really tough week. Equally though, there are incredible weeks. And through all of that, your sense of why am I doing this? Why does it matter to me? What needs does it meet? What needs am I meeting of the people that I serve? If you can get really clear on that and build that clarity over time, then that just acts as like rocket fuel to keep you going through that roller coaster.
And also, I think for many mums, which I talk about a lot, is if you're also to remind yourself when you're also a parent, you're caring for your children, is you're running this alongside it, is to really take time to recognize the job that you're doing as your role as a parent. So it's not a race for any of us. It's a case of, like you said, Clara, taking those steps, but remembering what's your long-term vision. Why are you doing this? And for many, it can also be they've got some long-term career path alongside they're caring for their children as a kind of potentially a full-time parent. Any final tips, ladies, and a quick roundup on how can people get involved with Weareradikl? Because I know there's loads you could say about, because it's really interesting. So some quick, any last tips, or just straight into what Weareradikl is all about?
So we are offering, as a part of, in response really to COVID-19, where there's loads of free information available, we've got our calm giving strategy. And the reason we think that that's important is because we just want to create really short, bite-sized, easily to digest pieces of information and know-how that you can access in a way that works for you. So every fortnight there's a new course. We support that with a 30-minute lunch and learn webinar, which is entirely free. The course is free. If you don't even want to do the course or the webinar, you can access templates, so you can just download templates, and all of that just helps you kind of put back in place some of the rituals, routines, tools that you've lost as a part of going into a lockdown period when worlds have been tipped upside down. So that's all free to access. We just want to reach people and help and offer up tools that we know will serve well.
And how can people find that, please, Claire?
So you can head to www.weareradikl.co.uk, and then there's a little tag that says calm giving. Head there and it's all on one page.
Brilliant. So if you are you're a business owner who's got an early stage business, or you have an idea and thinking, maybe should I start sort of pursuing it, maybe, you know, this could be a good time to you to take a step, and the smallest step can make all the difference, because actually that first step is often the hardest. So taking that step is amazing, and there's so many resources out there, including the ones that Weareradikl are just referring to, so you can check out their kind of free resources. They've got a lot more to offer. Thank you so much, ladies, for joining me, and I'm looking forward to sharing a lot more from you guys in the future. Thanks so much, ladies.
Take care. Lovely chat.
Bye.